All right, let's go ahead and I will be doing section 3 of week 14 homework. So this will be Tuesday night's homework. Number 1 says if the shaded portion of the figure was multiplied by 2.5, what would be the result? So this fraction right now is 3 shaded out of 5. So it will have 3/5. Let me do that over here. Want to have more room, so 3/5 times 2 1/2. So what I would do is I want to have both of them the same. So I don't want to have a mixed number multiplied by a fraction. So I need to turn this into a fraction. And it's going to be an improper fraction because I know I have a whole number in there. So my numerator is going to be bigger than my denominator. So 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. Then I will add this 1, which is my numerator, to that 4, and that gives me 5. So I'm going to have 3/5 times 5 over 2. So now that I have it like that, I can just multiply straight across. 3 times 5 will give me 15. 5 times 10, 5 times 2 will give me 10. So I know you can't hardly see that. I have 15, 10 over 10. 15 out of 10. So I need to divide this to turn it back into a fraction, proper whole number or proper fraction. So I need to divide 15 by 10. 10 goes into 15 one time. 1 times 10 is 10. Subtract, I get 0. I'm sorry, subtract, I get 5. Then I need to add a decimal so I can continue this. Well, actually, no, I don't. So I'm just going to have a remainder. Don't have anything else to bring down. I can have a remainder, but I'll turn it into a mixed number. So 1 is going to be my whole number. 5 is going to be my numerator. 10 is going to be my denominator. But I can simplify 5/10. And if you know that, you know 5 is half of 10. So you know this is equivalent. This fraction is equivalent to a half. So basically, I would have 1 and 1/2 for my final answer. 1 and 1/2 would be my final answer. Okay. So that is what you get when you multiply 2.5 by 3/5. Okay. Number 2 says write the first 3 terms of the sequence. They give us the rule. They let us know that it starts at 2.5. Starts at 2.5. And if I add 8/4, 8 1/4 to 2.5, I know I have to find my common denominator because I'm adding fractions. I have to have a common denominator, and I know that 4 is going to be my least common multiple, so that's going to be my common denominator, 4. So I'm going to have 2 and something over 4 plus 8 1/4. I don't have to change this one because it's already out of 4 so I can keep this side the same. So now I need to find my numerator for this side. So I need to say what times 2 gives me 4. And I know that's 2. So I need to multiply the top by 2. And 1 times 2 is 2. So now I have what I need to be able to add. So I can do my whole numbers first, which is going to be 8 plus 2, going to give me 10. Then I'll add my fractions. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then my 4 stays the same. So my answer for the next term would be 10 and 3/4. Can't simplify that, so 10 and 3/4. Then I need to do that again. So I need to add 8 and 1/4 to 10 and 3/4. So if I have 10 and 3/4 plus 8 and 1/4. I already have 4 as my denominator, so all I need to do is add these. 10 plus 8 is 18. 3 plus 1 is 4. My denominator stays 4, which is actually 4/4 is a whole. So I could basically add this one whole to 18. So 18 plus 1 will give me 19. So my next term and my last term is going to be 19. And that is it for number 2. Now, the last one is just adding 2 fractions, but they have different denominators, so I need to find my least common multiple. So for 6 and 7, if I listed my multiples, I would have to just go. But I know that for these two, the first thing they're going to have in common is what I get when I multiply these two digits together, which is 42. And the way I know that mostly is because 6 is an even number, 7 is an odd number. And if I count by sixes, then all of these would be, all my multiples are going to be even. Well, can't really say that because when I count by sevens, all of my multiples are not going to be odd numbers, but the first thing that they have in common together should be 42, which is what I get when I multiply these. But I'll check it just to make sure. So for my sixes, I'll do 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Stop right there. Then I'll do my sevens. 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. Don't have anything in common yet. I went 5 for each. So I gotta keep going. 36, 42. And if I go one more, it's gonna be 42. So that's gonna be my LCD. And that's gonna be what I get when I do 6 times 7, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 groups of 6 gives me 42. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 7 gives me 42. So I know my numerator, my least common multiple is 42. So my LCD is going to be 42. So I'm going to have something over 42 plus something over 42. And I already know that I need to do times 7 over here. So I have to do times 7 over here. Up here, and that gives me 7. Then over here, I need to do times 6. And up here, I do times 6, which gives me 6. Now I can add 7 plus 6 gives me 13 over 42. So now I need to ask myself, can I simplify this? Well, 13 and 42. There's nothing that I can multiply 13 by that I can also multiply 42 by. Well, let me see if both multiples Both numbers are multiples of 3 because I know they're both not multiples of 2 because 13 is odd, so it can't be a multiple of 2. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So that's not a multiple of 3. It's not a multiple of 4. It's not a multiple of 5 or 6 or 7. So 13 is a prime number because it doesn't have any other factors other than 13 times 1. So I know this is going to be as simple as I can get. So my answer would be 13 out of 42 for number 3. So 13 out of 42 is your answer. And that is it for your homework for Tuesday night.